Hey everyone, I'm Aditya and hope you're having a great day. I'm pursuing my engineering in computer science at MRIRS, and I advocate to educate the youth to navigate this technology-heavy society of the modern times. My topic today is beyond the headlines, what the youth needs to see. It's the 21st century, where anything and everything is available in just a few taps on our phones that live permanently in our pockets. And in such a fast world, with such an abundance of content, news outlets are in a constant race to grab the viewer's attention. This leads to coverage of more stories that are destined to spark outrage and drama online, because that is the best way to grow your audience and make more profit as a news outlet. As the younger people, we tend to believe that more important stories and the full stories are published online and covered by the media, but that is hardly the case, and I would like to show you a few examples of that. Let's take the Amazon rainforest. It's the largest rainforest on earth, and it has a major problem with illegal deforestation. Groups of armed men make massive clearings in the foliage and cut down the trees to sell for a profit. Many legal battles involving these situations have been fought over the years, and the local tribes risk their lives fighting these armed men every single day. Many legal battles involving dam constructions and environmental laws have also been fought, but you won't see anyone covering these while doom scrolling on Instagram Reels. In contrast to this, back in 2022, two teenagers threw canned soup at a Van Gogh painting in the National Gallery of London before gluing themselves to the wall. Countless video essays, TikToks, Reels, Shorts were made on this situation because of the outrage it was guaranteed to cause. The protesters were very successful in what they set out to do. They got all the attention on them and their cause, but it was not the good kind of attention. Events like these massively undermine the positive change brought by environmental activism, and whenever you see anyone talk about these events online or in person, it is almost guaranteed that they'll be talking about protests like these, and the actual positive change gets glossed over. The Paris Agreement of 2015 and the recent High Seas Treaty signed by the United Nations gets barely talked about, while protests like these take away all the headlines. The negative impact on the image of environmental activism is quite obvious. Let's take another example. Gunung Padang is a megalith and an archaeological site in Indonesia. It's very important to Indonesian history, and any new information about it could very well reshape the history of Indonesia as we know it. It has terraces built on top of a dormant volcano from volcanic rock that were definitely made by humans. But we don't know the exact date of its creation or its time period because of the lack of any surviving artifacts or a cultural layer that could be carbon dated back to their origin. This site gets barely any coverage online and basically none by the mainstream media. One of the only times that it was talked about on a major platform is in a pseudoscience documentary that twists the lack of evidence on this site to fit the narrative of the creator. At the end of the day, what do we take away from all this? It's a time where we are no longer passive consumers of media. We are active participants in what spreads online, and we can go beyond what this curated algorithm feeds our brains. We can go beyond the headlines. We can share stories that actually make an impact, and we can do our part in making sure that people see something that they'll be affected by instead of something that they'll just forget once they scroll away. We are the youth of this generation, and let's make sure that we understand this world instead of just reacting to it. Thank you.